Okay. Says we are live. Hello. Welcome. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Long time no see. Since we were just here yesterday. Welcome. And I'm excited. Want to get some work done. I did a little bit of sort of like planning and outlining this morning. Not a huge amount, but I did do some, which is always nice to feel like, oh, hey, I've been productive pre-stream. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully today will be a mix of writing and productivity and getting us set up for success the rest of this week. So yeah, that's the hope. So. Megan says, happy time zones. I'm working on my video for the feminist anthology. Got to get that finished today. Yeah, I'm still struggling with the piece that I have for it. I'm not happy with it yet. So that's part of what is on the agenda for today. But so yes, hopefully I can get finished with it, happy with it, and then I can do the video editing too. So hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers, but yeah, I'm excited for Wednesday when this comes out. Wednesday, right? Yes, Wednesday the 28th. So Jen says, hello, fellow Californian. Yes. Paget says, lol, happy time zones. I got to cut about 5,100 words. So, a light day. Well, so I think I remember you saying that you had to cut like a significant amount, but I think 5,000 is less than you had previously said. So I can tell you've made progress. At least that's what my brain tells me. My brain could be lying to me, but Bunny says, happy Monday. Happy Monday. You'd like to stream with Bonnie, but it's too early for you. Anytime, says Bonnie. And is going to be back and is lurking. Becca is here. Hello. Ayane is back. Welcome. Megan says, you are in California as well. I must have forgotten this. Jen is in Northern California. Paget is also in California, closer to Megan, we think. Megan says, a place so far away, it feels like another state. Well, I mean, California does run like the majority of the West Coast, right? So yeah, it feels like a very long stretch. And that's one of the things that is kind of funny about West Coast versus East Coast. The states out there are far larger between the borders. Over here on the East Coast, you'd like run for 3 hours and you'll have hopped into 3 or 4 different states. So versus like if you're driving in California, you'll be driving in California for quite some time. So Stacy says, afternoon. Welcome. Megan is excited that you are not alone on this side of the US. Yes. Cool Gamer says, hi, hello. And Jen says, feels like it sometimes, right? Yeah, there are a lot of AuthorTube that is East Coast. There's a lot of us. At least there's a lot of us on the East Coast. And there's quite a few in Central, is what I want to say, in the Central time zone, and then in Pacific. There's a few of you. You few lovely people. Sophia, hello, welcome. I need to change the branding so I can see what your avatar is. Ooh, very cool. Is this an incense? Ooh, yes, it is. I think so. That's very cool. Incense burner or incense. I don't know what I would call it, an incense burner. At least that's what my brain tells me. There's probably another word for it as well, but incense burner. It's very cool looking. I like it. Mama Maggie is here. Hello, lovelies. Hello. And Kate L is here. Hello, hello. Okay, the chat jumped and I lost where I was. Okay. Yes, hearts. Okay. Megan said definitely. Mom Maggie said happy Monday. Bonnie said hello. Rita said hello. Manic Monday, Monday Mayhem, or Melodrama Monday Llama. That's, yes, all of the above. Yes, Southern Cal, about an hour north of Los Angeles. Nice. You know, if you drove for San Fran, to example, it takes longer than driving to Vegas. Yeah. Kate said hello. Jen says, I'm roughly 2 more hours from there. It's such a huge state, like if Texas were long instead of fat. Right. Yes. You're in, and Mom Maggie is in the middle between everyone who are East and Centrals or Westies. Yes. Padge says, oh, wow, Jen, so you're like really, really Northern Cal. Fancy. You're in between San Francisco and Tahoe, more or less. Gotcha. You drove to Oregon once and it took a long time. Yes. So when I was a kid, we moved from back. I was born in Florida. My mom worked for Delta for pretty much her entire adult career. And she was working in the Jacksonville office, the reservations office there, and they closed that office and they gave people a choice of like which direction they would go, Atlanta or Utah or some of the other places. Anyway, so my parents decided they were going to have an out west adventure for a couple of years. So they chose to go to Utah. That was when I was about 6.5. We moved there. And then when we moved back to Atlanta, or to Atlanta, back to the East Coast, I should say. We drove. Mom had flown out to find a house and all that kind of stuff, and then like deal with paperwork and stuff. And so it was my dad, my brother, and myself in a 3-seater pickup truck going across from Utah to Georgia. It took us 3 days. I am surprised my dad did not go insane with both my brother and myself there. There was a radio, but we really didn't use it a whole lot. It was mostly just kind of like looking at the window and seeing what's there, playing I Spy. I sat in the middle because I was the smallest one, and there was the gear shift and all that kind of fun stuff. So me with the shorter legs got the middle seat, and I got to annoy my brother by smacking his knees every once in a while. So yeah, I'm surprised that my dad did not go insane with the two of us on that 3-day cross-country drive. Yeah. So it is an instance for, okay, yes. Paget says, I wish we lived in Oregon for weather reasons, but you like being near the city for activity reasons. Yes, that is the thing. You kind of get one or the other. Like you either get scenic views and weather, or you get activities. There's only a few places that are a little bit of both. Rita says, my family was visiting the U.S. on the East Coast. Your kids thought it was funny. We slept in one state, went to the beach in another, and had supper on the third. It was all in one evening. Yeah, I mean, it's doable. Definitely doable. Jen says, I love Oregon. You wanted to stay there, but it was a tiny coastal town with nothing. You needed to be closer to stores and places. Padge says, yeah, exactly. Gotcha. Your kid was all for moving there. You reminded her she's in school here. Yes. Paget likes the sound of the tri-state evening. You're southern Saskatchewan, and we would go to Montana for movie and supper nights. Gotcha. I hope I said that right. Unless you're where I am, where you get both. Right. There are a few places that do have both, which is very nice. So, Okay, we do need cards for today. And if you were here yesterday, we picked new decks for spooky season in October. So should we just do the new decks? Maybe, if I can handle opening them. Some of them are not exactly the most the boxes are not exactly the most easy open sometimes because they sort of drag on each other. Megan says, new decks. Okay, so let's go for the Oracle card. First, we're doing the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck by Stacey DeMarco. It's this one. And let's do a quick shuffle, and then I'll take this one. Okay. Ooh, this one's an interesting card. Lots of goodies on here. Okay, so we have Waxing Crescent number 5. The main message or theme is nourishment. So there's the card. There's quite a lot going on in this card. So you have sort of like that yellow cheese moon with a waterfall coming out of it. You have a palm tree, but it's growing carrots. And sort of like lots of other plants. And I think this might actually be an egg in the background as well. So there's lots going on in there. Let me see if I can find the card in the book. I lost the spot. Number 7. Okay. So it says, choose to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Feed your values. When you are jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. Pay attention to your health. And if you want sort of like a mantra for today, I choose to nourish myself is the one they suggest. All of us have a set of values that are as individual as our fingerprints. Sometimes we aren't sure what they might be if asked, but unconsciously we know. How do we know? Because if our values are not being met or lived, we rebel. We get angry, sad, depressed, irritable, or stuck, or we take the chaotic choice in our decision making, and commonly our relationships and life are not harmonious. An example of this might be someone who has a strong value of honesty being asked to manipulate the truth every day in a sales job, or someone who highly values peace being surrounded by loud, drama-filled people who are just the opposite of peaceful. Meeting our values and living by them is a sure way to nourish our being. We feel more complete and fulfilled if we are able to do that. Additionally, it probably is not an exaggeration to say that the Western world is obsessed by food for the wrong reasons. Food is often used as a pain relief, with many people overeating due to anxiety or pain. Food becomes a diversion rather than something that is nourishing or simply enjoyable. Learning to nourish bodies purely to give them what they really need is key to mental and physical health. And if you need a companion stone or metal, they suggest emerald. So that is our oracle card for today. Nourishment is the main theme. I also have not pulled a tarot card for today, and we'll be using the True Black for that. So Jen, Mama Maggie, and Rita all say pretty card. Megan says this card reminds you of the book that you have been reading. It's called The Way of Integrity by Martha Beck. Ooh. Oh, no, that's okay. We're just going to hold that one because that's the one that I saw first when I was attempting to begin shuffling. Okay, so this is the Sun card. So one of the major arcanas. So you can, all right, where are you? Okay. So we have a dancing figure. And there's a bunch of sunflowers almost acting as if they're like a flaming bush at her feet. We've got the shiny sun rays behind her. Let's see if I can get the details a little bit closer if I put the white behind it. Maybe a little bit. It's hard. It's kind of hard to pick up on some of the shadowing on the figure. Jen says, I am not buying more cards. Not at all. They're so nice. Yes. Okay, so the sun, sort of key words or phrases: warmth, joy, insight, and celebration. The sun is the brightest of our celestial entities, a star that lights the way and gives life to all living creatures of the world. Nurturing, she shines with an exceptionally bright light, garnering the love and admiration of all who lay their eyes upon her. After a dark and cold winter, the sun warms our very bones and dissolves away uncertainty and woes. Sunflowers bloom from her every step, blanketing her with the glow of many petals. Dancing in the scene, the sun is a card of self-assurance, joy, and confidence. Nice. Okay, so they've got some additional things about the artwork. So they're talking about the elaborate starburst motif with several small dots rating in a line above her represent the 9 planets of our solar system based on the heliocentric model. And they get some information about Copernicus and heliocentric theory. Interesting. Okay, so the 9 dots in a line are, let's see if I can catch them with the light, a little bit right there above her head in that shiny mat. They're very tiny. Interesting now. But it's a very gorgeous card. I like it. So nourishment, creativity, confidence, warmth, and joy. Those are your themes for today. All good themes. Those are all very good themes. All right, so now that we have those cards, now we can get to work, right? Nourishment is very much needed today. You've been under the weather for days now. Chicken noodle soup, always. Or whatever your comfort meal is. You pulled the sacred waters from the Beltane Oracle and the scarab beetle from the spirit animal. You think you are going to be shifting gears based on those. Gotcha. That's exactly what I said the first couple of times that I saw Chandra use True Black. I was like, I don't need new cards. I don't need new cards. But I caved eventually. Just not the first couple of times. So yes. Okay, so nourishment and the sun. Both good cards, both go together. Let me share the screen so that we can get to work. We're going to start with our black cat. Okay, let's see. Hello! You made friends with the like button. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And welcome. Margaret is here. Hi. Just wanting to focus for a bit, asking Devin's list for help. Exactly. Devin's playlist is amazing and so wonderful. So thanks for coming. Megan says, my get better soon soup is spicy tom yum soup. Also sounds tasty. Shan's going to be in lurk mode. Mama Maggie says, I like Chandra's vice versa deck. Yes, I've seen this several times. Both one of my IRL friends has it and Chandra has it. So, yes. Stream Hoppers United. Yes. Stream Frogs. Bonnie made it back just in time. Made a Wendy's run. Excellent. Good. Heather is here. Hello. Stopping by for a while. Lay on my couch, have a warm cookie, and tell me why you tell these lies to yourself. About not needing new cards? Yes. All right. So, 1, save your document if you have already been working this morning. Otherwise, if you need to open your document, now's a great time. Or if you are switching documents. Now's a great time to open up the new one that you want to be focusing on. 2, make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the end of sprint number 1. How did we do? 786. Nice. Very good. I'm out of focus again. Fuzzy as all get out. Hopefully the planner. Maybe I should put it up behind here so it covers the whiteboard. I don't know if that'll help. Anyway, so I did get 786 words. That's great. Hey, now we're back in focus for now. Making some good headway, which is great. Making really good progress. Okay, so let's see. Hello. Doing a style sprint. So the art of styling sentences. Ooh. See, this sounds fun to me. Oh no, not again. Hide. Thank you, Mama Maggie. All right. I'm going to slowly do the reporting one by one because that's the only way you can do it. Anyway, so what I was trying to think of was the style. It can be really fun to do specific styles when you're writing for different characters, or for like if you're doing a frame novel, have one style for sort of like the outer frame versus the inner frame. This also works for books that are epistolary in nature, meaning they're done by letters or by diary entries or by like sort of like an amalgamation of sources. And some of those are sometimes my favorite types of stories. Not always, but sometimes. And so it can be fun to have different styles for like your different speakers and whatnot. Frankenstein is one of the ways that you can think of it, because the outer frame is the letter that the ship captain is sending home to the sister. And then you have the notes and things from Victor's telling of the story. And you also have things like the collection of the Arabian Nights, where you have the outer story of Scheherazade, and then you have the inner stories that are those short little tales and parables and things. And so it's it's very interesting to play with style in those ways. So yes. Diamond Book says, hi everyone. Hello. It's a refresher. Yes. Sometimes it's necessary too. Diamond Book is working on your second draft, planning, correcting, and adding. Excellent. Elizabeth says, hello. Just came in from a walk with the doggo and going to jump into some editing. Excellent. Heather started off another part of the conversation, writing an email, submitting an idea for an art demo at a local soap shop. And then you got a text and a voicemail saying that all of your county's public schools will be closed all week after today, as they are going to be needed for shelters during Tropical Storm Ian. Yes, they are expecting this storm to be very, very bad and heavy-handed. That is for sure. So I hope that you and your community stays safe and is not hit too hard. Yeah, Margaret says, Heather, oh no. Yes, Heather is in Florida. Shannon says, stay safe to Heather. You're in the Tampa Bay area. Yeah. because Ian is headed up, they think, towards the Gulf side, which means that when it hits the warmer water, it's going to accelerate in power and speed. So, yeah. Bonnie also says, stay safe and safe wishes. Yes. Heather says, you will. There are plans to go up to your in-laws' house, which is further north Florida, pretty near Georgia. Gotcha. You're on the, okay, so right now you're on the outskirts of the hurricane, so you think you'll just get a lot of rain. Yeah. Yeah, the rain is, I don't think we're going to get any rain till maybe Thursday night. I'm up in Athens, Georgia, so it's definitely not really in the anywhere near the danger zone, but I do have family in Florida, so we will definitely be calling them and just being like, hey, make sure you're okay, because they tend to kind of stay put where they are, because they're not well, at the moment they're not on the creek property. The creek property was my grandparents, and there's nobody there at the moment. So, Ian, it's going to be so close to you. Say, stay safe to Heather. Yes, unless the hurricane doesn't curve into Tampa. Yeah, it's usually what happens. Yeah, it does. It does. The storm is expected to go inland there if it doesn't turn across central Florida. Yeah, but all the models show it curving into Tampa right now. Yeah. Yeah. Jen says 3. Oh, your cat is being needy. I was wondering what the random 3 was for. Bonnie got half a page. Gotcha. Excellent. Elizabeth got your documents opened and got some water. Fantastic. Mom Maggie says, with the outer bands of the storm, the whole western coast of Florida is going to catch some of it. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Diamond says 30 words on the second outline. Fantastic. Margaret is editing, so no words to report. Gotcha. Megan, finished the video for the feminist anthology. You're going to take a break until after your appointment at 11:15. Gotcha. Jen got 660 even with your cat there being needy, and you got the email sent. Excellent. Hopefully you can do an art demo night. That would be fun. Bonnie got 637 words and made a new TikTok video for your upcoming release. Excellent. Kate had to edit some pages for work, but should be done by next sprint. Excellent. Mom Maggie says, got it. But you too. Yes, thank you very much for doing all of the bot smashing and reporting as well. You're over an hour away from the coast. We're not even in flood zone, which is good. That's very good. And also hard to find in Florida sometimes. Regina says, using sprints for piano this morning. You'll turn to edits in an hour or so. Excellent. You're happy for you. Yeah, in the flood zone, but mind the winds and tornadoes, but else. Yes, this is also a thing. Yeah. So thank yous and good lucks to all the friends in Florida. Yes. Fiona and now Ian, why are they picking on Celtic names this season? It does seem like they pick a theme for the season. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Yeah, the storm is shaping up to look not so kind. You live in earthquake country, but hurricanes terrify you. Tornadoes terrify me. I don't think I've ever felt an earthquake, so I don't know to be terrified of those other than like what you see in movies. Same with tornado. Yeah, agreed. Exactly. Yeah, the hurricane names: Alex, Bonnie, Colin, Danielle, Earl, Fiona, Gaston, Hermine. I want to say Hermione, but I know that's not it. Ian, Julia, Carl, Lisa, Martin, Nicole, Owen, Paula, Richard, Sherry, Tobias, Virginie, and Walter. Wow, those are some names. Does not seem to be a theme like I thought. So never mind on that. Jen has also never experienced a bad earthquake. The idea of tsunami is also terrifying. Yes. We're just talking about all of the natural disasters, right? You would rather hurricanes than earthquakes. One can be seen and predicted, the other not so much until we get better technology. This is true, though. Yes, this is very true. Rita says, making notes for the next few chapters. Excellent. You left San Francisco right before the big one in 1989. You were in a few Four Pointers and decided you needed to live somewhere where you could see disaster coming. Yes. Tsunamis as an added scare with the earthquakes. Yeah, that's terrifying, don't you think? Phoebe says, hiya. Hello. Welcome. We're sitting here talking about all the natural disasters. Heather says, I have to leave in a few minutes to take the hubby to his follow-up appointment. Gotcha. Stacy says, I'm not terrified of tornadoes, but I have grown up with them at the edges. Yeah, well, same here, but I'm still terrified of them. But maybe that's because we've always lived with yards that have a whole bunch of trees. So there's always some potential for collateral damage. So yeah, just Western European, you're appeased. Well found, Maggie. Gotcha. Hermione. Okay. That is an interesting list of names, right? Yeah. Although, if you need a character name, here's a list to pick from. Right? Okay, so Hermione is the Norwegian translation of Hermione. You never got why everyone else was so confused over her name. I think it's probably because there are so many different ways to pronounce the I in English that it's very confusing. English is confusing. Megan says, I've been through a couple big earthquakes, but no major one. You've never been afraid of earthquakes, but other natural disasters scare you. Interesting what scares people, isn't it? Regina says, interesting to Shan, hurricanes give you heads up. On the other hand, I would just start being terrified early. Yes, this happens as well. Margaret says, you just visited a science museum with an earthquake simulator. Oh, it said that Fukushima folks got about 1 minute notice for it. So yeah, hurricanes are a lot more visible. Yeah. Let's see, the big tree in your front yard growing up would have fallen into your bedroom. Yeah. Yeah. Have to dip out for a few minutes to pick up the kids from school, but you'll jump back in if the sprints are still going when we get back. Gotcha. English is confusing. Yes, 100%. You went through Hurricane Andrew in Miami in 1992. You lost our house. Oh no, and you drove out of the hurricane sleeping outside for the next 2 weeks. So hurricanes scary. Yes. Yeah. There have been quite a few hurricanes that are absolutely terrifying and remarkable. And unfortunately, they seem to be coming at a much increased pace due to global warming and things. So, Heather says, by the way, I had such a great time at your convention over the weekend. Yay! You were so hoarse on Saturday night after talking the whole time. Nice. When you first read Harry Potter, you pronounced her name as Hermione, which is also another, we just never really know how to pronounce things until they are said out loud by someone who knows. And exhausted case. Losing your house had to be so awful. Yes. Yeah. Book almost got hit by a tree once. It could have broken through your windows near your head, but it didn't. Thanks God. Yeah. California and Nevada are both built to resist earthquakes, so it makes you feel more secure. Which is good. All right, we need to do another sprint, y'all. We definitely need to do another sprint. And just because we've been chatting so much, I think we should probably do a bonus sprint today. Okay, let's do 30 minutes. And this is your self-promo sprint, so make sure that you promote yourself during this sprint. Your Amazon author page, website, social medias, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Etsy, all the good stuff. All right, here we go. 1, save your document. 2, make sure that you have a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30-minute silent ghost dog in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, y'all. The robotic entity returned, so sub mode has been turned on. If you are not already subscribed, please do so, and then you'll be able to chat in 5 minutes. So yeah. Okay. I'm now at 1574. What was I at before? I think I was at 780 something. We'll say 4. It was probably around there. So that would make it about 790 for this sprint. So right up there, almost at 800 words per sprint, but that's nice. That's good. Making progress. Okay. Also, don't forget that was supposed to be the self-promo chat, so make sure that you have done your promotion. And Mama Maggie was kind enough to do the link parade again today, and so make sure that you are following your fellow sprinters. Okay, let's see. Where does the self-promo begin? Here we go. So Mama Maggie says, follow your fellow sprinters. Here is Megan McCarthy's YouTube channel. Diamond Books says, I just write. No promo to do. It's okay. Here is Elizabeth's channel. Here is Heather Dewey Patet's channel. Bonnie says, brunch writing bunch on Mondays at 11 a.m. If you would like to join on screen, DM Bonnie on Instagram or Discord. Margaret was going to head out to take a shower break before a virtual meeting. Gears will keep turning in your head. Nice. Excellent. Here is Regina's channel. Oh yes, and also shameless self-promo. I'm just a few short subs away from 600, so if you feel like joining the Dawdling Writers, please do. Elizabeth says, thank you, Maggie. You usually have a live stream each Thursday, so this week it will be happening Saturday. It's 4 p.m. GMT plus 1. Is that right? Here is Margaret's channel. Here is Stacy's channel. Here is Phoebe Woods Wright's channel. Here is SD Houston's channel. Make sure that you are following everybody. Margaret says, I'm stuck just below 700, so samesies. Yes, and I actually did go over and I checked and I am subbed to you. So I can't help because I'm already subbed. So Regina says to Mama Maggie, so kind of you to put the link in, but you write on other people's videos and streams, not skilled enough to do your own. Yet. You could if you wanted to. Yes, Saturday, 4 p.m. GMT plus 1. And Bonnie says Margaret Bennett is looking for karaoke singers as well. Here is Kate's channel. Here is Bonnie's channel. Bonnie's first channel. And then here's Bonnie being Bonnie. Let's see. Heather did some vlogging over the weekend and is going to hopefully upload soon. What else? Here is AHD Carrasco's channel. And here's Mama Maggie's channel. And Megan says the Feminist Anthology goes live on Wednesdays. On Wednesday, get your pieces to Megan and message the links so that Megan can put everything in the playlist. There's Megan's link tree. There is a free romance writers webinar October 24th through 28th, and that's put on by Pro Writing Aid. Okay. Yeah, so Mom Maggie said, I think that's the third variation of the bot name that you've seen today. Yeah, they do either change an emoji or they put a space somewhere they didn't have it before. Yeah. Let's see. They move the space around and think they're being clever, or at least their coders do. They will also use invisible characters, which should not be allowed. Yes. Yesterday you bashed bots on half a dozen different streams. Yeah, it's annoying. I wish they were not a thing. Your psychiatrist is late. You're posting this because you suspect as soon as you post that he will arrive. But he apparently did not. Still waiting. He's usually so punctual. Oh no. Jen Wrights Romance says, I have a link tree on my YouTube bio. So make sure you check out Jen Wrights Romance's channel. You got 528 words and more cat dealings. Yay. You're welcome, Bonnie. Elizabeth got four pages done. Nice. She wrote some words. Yay. Phoebe says, woo, got some dinner. Excellent. Stacy was distracted trying to find a snack. Yes. You would think the cat would bug the kiddo since she's home today. No. You're doing work. That's why they must bug you. Rita Stead started a chapter and got about 200 words. Nice. Mama Maggie bot bashed, Link Parade accomplished, and watched a new video on the remake of is this Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core that's coming soon? If that's Final Fantasy, my bestie is going to be super excited about that. That's her favorite one, number 7. It's that one. Kate says, almost done with work edits, just one page left. Nice. Here's Devin Cutting's channel for the sprint lists. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's do another sprint. We are going to roll over the top of the hour. I'm thinking I might switch to one of our water timers with the ambient wave noises or the babbling brook. So what are y'all up for? Are y'all up for 25 minutes or 30 minutes? Because that'll determine which water sounds you get. 25 or 30. Up to you. Let me change the banner. Doctor's system was malfunctioning, hence his lack of punctuality. You have to wait over a week to see him, but at least you'll get your meds refilled. Okay. All right. So Babbling Brook, either way, that means time to take a potty break. True. But also the Babbling Brook is the slightly longer 30-minute instead of the 25. So you'll get a little bit more work and time there. All right. Okay, so here we have our Babbling Brook. 1, save your document. Make sure you're saving all of your progress. Do not lose your words. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. And again, this one does have the ambient water sounds. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the third sprint. I added a few more words, like around, where was I? I stopped. Around 150. And then I decided to start doing my October bullet journal. I'm using 3 different colored glitter gel pens. So they are the purple, black, and green. Although the black, because there's so much glitter in it, looks a bit more gray than anything else. So I just decided to go with sort of like the 3 colors in the corner, and then wiggly letters with the in gray, and then the alternating purple or green for the shadows. I'll probably go over those a little bit more so they're just a bit more obvious, but yeah, so that's what I was doing. Productivity-esque things in that last sprint. At least for now. Who knows? I might not decide that I want this as my color scheme or whatever, but we'll deal with it. So yeah, so that's what I decided to do. Let's see. AH is really excited about Final Fantasy as well. Yes. Matilda says hello. Hello. Ashley says your book is due to release on pre-order in 1 month, but you need more time for editing. Should you risk it or extend the date by a month? Readers get notified and sometimes they're disappointed. Normally you release your books months early though. If it's not ready to the standard that you want, then I would say you might want to push the release date. Summit, yes, you may. Feel free to ask the question in the chat and we will get to it. So yeah, I would say if you need it to be, if you need the date to be extended to get it to the quality and the level that your readers expect, that would be, I think, what I would go for. Matilda says, in my humble opinion, quality is better than speed. Just look at Game of Thrones season 8. Bonnie is lurking. Mama Maggie said hello to Matilda and Ashley. Here is Matilda's YouTube channel, and here is Ashley's YouTube channel. Make sure that y'all are following your fellow sprinters. Bonnie says, back from kid pickup and got them situated with their homework. Going to get some more words in for the few last minutes. Excellent. H has to go. Thanks for the sprints. You're welcome. Everyone stay safe in Florida and the Gulf. Yes. It's Margareta. Hello. Welcome. And hello to Summit the Dragon as well. And Jen got 673. Nice. Excellent. Elizabeth says is up to page 12 of 14. Not bad. Not bad indeed. Especially since it was one of your long chapters. Yes. Kate says, oopsie, no writing, but I did reply to half a dozen messages. Yes. Looks nice. At the moment, it looks nice and neat. Hopefully, it will continue to stay that way. Thank you. Rita's daughter called that sprint. Excellent. Yes. Stacy got one kid off the bus waiting for the other. Gotcha. You edited / polished a scene for a play. Nice. Slow going, low spoons, lacking inspiration. Did get to listen to some lovely Scottish folk music for inspo though, which is nice. Excellent. Good. Mama Maggie has to go early. Happy productivity. Be blessed and have a lovely day. Same to you. This was where, yes, feel free to ask the question. You're going to have to recite the scene for your next class. Ooh, and what do I go and do? Insert a passage from a song in Bloody Scots, a language I don't even speak. You're going to have to sing in Scots. Oh no. Did you know you were going to have to recite this when you picked to do this scene? At least it's just one paragraph, but maybe you should use an English language version of the song for that passage. That might be a good idea. Just maybe. Bonnie got 326 words. Excellent. Yes, yes. 2 questions. Is it okay if you just write and see where the story takes you? That's called discovery writing or pantsing. So like flying by the seat of your pants. Yes, that is a perfectly acceptable way to do it. And what kind of literature or work do I write? At the moment, how many works in progress do I have at the moment? I have a YA fantasy. I have a mystery. I have several romances, paranormal and regular, and a historical romance as well. I do have a sci-fi. I abandoned my like completely contemporary. What else do I have? Those are the main ones for now. But yeah. So Elizabeth says, yes, twice as long as usual. And also one of the coolest chapters. Yay. Jen says, I think it's fine if you just write where it takes you. Yes, that's how a lot of people do it if it works for you. Yes, absolutely. Rita says, after this, I will take a lunch break and then get back to writing. Yay. Am I doing another sprint? Honestly, I could probably use another sprint. So if y'all want to do super bonus sprint, because it's already 3:20, then yes. I could use another sprint. So Rita says, summit, that's what happens to a lot of writers. Yes. You start with a brief outline and write from there. Your characters always seem to take over in a writer's sort of way. Yes. You love YA fantasy. You write that as well. It's a good genre. You did. I know we would have to. Okay, yes, you did pick the scene knowing that you would have to recite it. Yes, you just failed to think through the consequences of your actions. Honestly, though, it's just one short passage and should not be too hard to deal with. What is the strangest quote from my writing? Well, there's a couple. I think some of the fun ones would be my Cinderella retelling. That's up on the dawdlingwriter.com. All about how Cinderella should have been. It's a long story, but Cinderella essentially is a murderous, black-bellied, very much scheming character rather than the innocent, pure, kind character that Disney has turned her into. So yeah, I don't have a specific quote that I can give you though. Stacy says, both of your kids are home now. Excellent. Yippee. Becca's like, yes, I could definitely use another sprint. Okay, excellent. Define fine. There's no authority that grants or withdraws permission to write in a certain way, whatever works for you. Exactly. Elizabeth also says, sure, to another sprint. One of yours is, he proceeded to take off his pinky. That is an interesting quote. Yes, that's a nice one. Okay. Let's do this. Go back to here. And we will use one of the wave timers, or the ambient waves. If I can get the timer to slide to the correct spot. It's so close. Yes. Well, so the story started with this stray idea that Cinderella should have been a bitch. Pardon my language. But yeah, so I have quite a few chapters of that. I have some that are outlined, some that are half written, and Megan is very mad that I have not continued to to pump out more of that. But that is a particular story that, yes, um, will eventually hopefully come to full fruition. Okay, all right, let's do this. So 1, save your document, save all the progress that you have made. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. How was that? I think was that the fourth sprint? I don't know. I don't know what number sprint that was. I lost count. I think it was the fourth. So, either way, I think I have about finished my spread calendar for the month. I decided to draw a couple of little ghosties in green with some purple blush on them. They're very cute. Yeah, so I think that's my calendar. I added a couple of stickers from one of the notebook therapy hauls that I did. The Moonlit Spells sticker roll. Very cute. Love it. So yeah. It's very cute. I like it. I did pop in the very first line or so of the prologue from Cinderella Should Have Been a Bitch. So I posted the link to the prologue, which is chapter 0, and Ashley lolled at it. And there are 6 total chapters posted, and so there's 6 post the prologue. So here's the table of contents in case you want to dive into that. But yeah. So there was some chat about Cinderella's character and things like that. Diamond Book said, took enough breaks getting into focus before that sprint. Excellent. Your favorite version of Cinderella is Ever After. That's a great one. That's a great one. Let's see. Ooh, yay. Chapter 33 is done. Only 2 more to go for Elizabeth. That's amazing. Woot. Becca also is congratulating Elizabeth. Yay. And so is Paget. Yay. Paget has been running Pro Writing Aid again and doing chores while it lags. Gotcha. You're cutting a few words here and there. No idea how you're going to get rid of thousands of words. Either some scenes or some of those repetitive words that you can just cut. Things like just or that. Those kind of clutch words that seem to get repeated often. Maybe it should just be a little long. I don't know. You hate it when things are a little long, though. It depends on whether or not the pacing is there. Because if the pacing is there, does it really matter if it's long? Elizabeth says, thanks. And Elizabeth is going to head to bed now. Yes. I'm not entirely sure what time it is for you, but I think it is late. You've stayed longer than you normally would. Becca says, good night. Paget says, bye. Yes, the bonus sprint, 287 words for you. Fantastic. Yes. You have no idea how you're going to cut those. Just try, I guess. You wrote a scene? Yay. You were laughing because the first line made you laugh, but now you do want to read it? Oh, good. I've sucked you in. Bonnie got 684 words. Fantastic. Let's see. Why do you have to cut thousands? Sometimes it's like if you're submitting this to places and it has a word count limit, or if you know that the market tends to be towards a certain size, you would want to cut your story to be that-ish length. You have a bad habit of repeating words like that and just. Yes, me too. Matilda says, I have obtained coffee and soup. How did your sprint go? Mine went well. I got my October calendar all set up, and it looks very cute, and I like my little ghosties. So, yeah. Me too on the just. Yes. But now I need to get back to writing Cinderella. Yeah, I do need to write some more for Cinderella. I at least need to finish the chapters that are like half done. You had me at horseshit thrown into the fan in the drawing room. I mean, it's a definite mental image that is unlike your other introductions to Cinderella. Padge says, I'm not submitting it, just want to be close to the length that cozy readers expect. Yeah, this would be like what the market tends to be. Yeah. Later you will, but now you're editing your book that's due in a month. Your Cinderella retelling will be next, though. Nice. You always have 3 books in rotation, 1 editing, 1 writing, and 1 waiting on beta readers. That's a nice way to do sort of cyclical things. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let me let's see. Glory Writes the Blues should be on soon in just like 6 minutes. Because somehow I managed to do that. Okay, so here is the channel or the stream link, video link, whatever, for Glory Writes the Blues stream that's in a few minutes. Always a fun time with Glory and Tom and whoever is guesting. Fun times. And then also let me copy and paste for Devin's playlist so you know where else to go. I think HK has the 24/7 timer if you are interested in that. Beast. So there you go. And okay, so HK also has in an hour. Let me copy this one as well. A 3-hour live. Okay, so there are places for you to go to. Plenty of them. So Glory's, Devin's playlist, HK's 24/7 stream, and then HK's 3-hour stream. Those are the links. Don't forget to save before you head out, though. Save all your progress. Make sure you have a recent backup if you have not done so recently. And yeah, all right. I will be back Wednesday and Friday 1 to 3 and Sundays 2 to 5. So I will see y'all soon. All right. Bye.